Welcome back. Today we'll be going through naming of items in Excel, and we'll be using the same files we've been using with our medication delivery schedule. The problems we need to solve today are the same as the previous video on index match, but with the twist that your colleague has come up with the Excel file, and now you need to understand how the formulas work because your boss wants you to tweak the Excel file. For example, instead of item and quantity, he now might want you to also include the target delivery time and actual delivery time. How then do we change the formula? So you have been given this file where Excel auto-populates certain fields for us based on the customer name. Looking at the formula, you understand that he is using the index and match function, but what is this log and what are these square brackets? And why is there a term CH over here? So let's break this down to see what's going on. We need to figure out what is this log. As there are square brackets after this term log, we can suspect that maybe it's a name for a table. For confirmation, we can actually go to the formula tab under name manager. We see that there's a name log, and this picture actually refers to it being a table, and it refers to sheet 1, which is here, from cell A3. Cell A3 is over here. Sorry, A3 is over here to H11, which ends here. So this is the table that we're looking at. We also see this name CH in the name manager, and it refers to log, square brackets again. And from this we can guess that it refers to something within the table. It refers to the headers within the table, and the headers being item to actual delivery time. So from item to actual delivery time, so whatever is in green here, it's actually referring to this range, with CH actually representing column headers. So now that we understand what those log and CH names refer to, we can actually deconstruct this formula to change it to the target delivery time and actual delivery time. We now know what the colored fields actually are, like being this. So we will make sure not to touch them, and we see that there's this item here. So it's actually matching item to column headers. So instead of item, we actually want the target delivery time and actual delivery time. So we can either type in target delivery time here, or, and this is because the format is not set yet, let me just change that, 10 AM, or we can actually change this to target delivery time and then change the formula so that it's actually a better formula to reference this particular cell, 10 AM. And over here we'll change this to actual delivery time, and we can just drag the formula down, and it's 10:30. Can then drag this over here and drag this down. So now we see that there's errors here because it's matching 10 AM instead of target delivery time to this range here. So that's an error on my bad. I need to change this to an absolute column J instead of it shifting. Now all the formulas would be the same throughout all my boxes. And for Elaine, the target delivery time was 5 PM over here, 5 PM. Actual delivery time is 5 PM, so that's correct. And over here, I've detailed down the various types of ways that we can represent formulas, from non-table format, which is what we are used to table formats, to names as well. So non-table formats basically just means using cell addresses to represent which cells we are talking about. So C3 to H11, which is in purple, B3 to B11 in orange, C2 to H2 in green. With table formats, we can substitute these ranges with the corresponding table representation of these ranges. So for the one in purple, we can change it to log item to actual delivery time, and it doesn't refer to the column header because there's no hashtag headers like what we saw in the CH in name manager. So this actually refers to whatever is in purple. This orange one refers to the customer column, and actually you can just use log square bracket customer square bracket without this colon and customer again, but we need this representation to fix the column header. If we don't do this method, we just use log square bracket customer square bracket, then when we pull the function to the right, the column here would shift because it will be a relative reference, so it will shift to look at the item column, which is incorrect. And then we can represent the header column via this method as well, or we can substitute it because there's actually a CH column header name which represents this log headers item to actual delivery time over here. Okay, and one last thing for this lesson, how do you actually define a table? So you need to highlight this, insert table. So right now it's converted, it's grayed out because it's already a table. So if we want to remove it and convert it to a range, we just do it so here, and you go to the name manager, the table log is gone. We can just go to insert now, insert table, and click my table has headers because it's selecting the table with headers. And we can change the table name to whatever we want, so we can change it back to log as per before. And when we go back to the name manager, you can see that the table is back here as well. In this lesson, we learned about the name manager and how these names and tables appear in formulas. Thank you for listening. Hope you learned something today, and do try out the Excel worksheet in the description below to test your understanding. Thank you.